In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Oh God, as we come together for this basketball game between Sidney and Mount Michael, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their hard work and perseverance. Let good sportsmanship always be evident on and off the court. May the fans of all schools show their support for the teams and officials with courtesy and enthusiasm. We ask these things in your name. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Red Raiders. Number 3, Sawyer Dickman. Number 5, Zach Burke. Number 11, Jaden Dillahay. Number 14, Micah Schneider. And number 23, Dylan Gunkel. Now the starting lineup for your Mount Michael Knights. At forward, number 11, Koon Kwong. At guard, number 24, Iron Lopez. At guard, number 25, Joseph Chenard. At guard, number 33, Brad Bennett. And at forward, number 40, Caleb Brink. Let's play basketball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday afternoon basketball on Coach Kane Court, right here on the campus of Mount Michael Benedictine High School for the B4 district final between Mount Michael and Sidney. Your starting lineup for the Knights: number 11, Koon Kwan; number 24, Iron Lopez; number 25, Joe Chenard; 33, Brad Bennett; and number 40, Caleb Brink. As the Knights win the opening tip, your starters for the Red Raiders: number 3, Sawyer Dickman; number 5, Zach Burke; number 11, Jaden Dillahay. Whistle on the play as Koon Kwan gets his first foul of the game. Your remaining starters for the Red Raiders: number 14, Micah Schneider; number 23, Dylan Gunkel. Knights coming out in the full court trapping press and get their first turnover of the game. Lopez out to Brad Bennett. Bennett from 3 and bring it up. Brad Bennett gets the Knights on the board with his first 3 of the game. That's Dylan Gunkel answering for the Red Raiders. Joe Chenard from the same spot as Bennett, too long, ball knocked out of bounds, pointing Mount Michael's way. This is one of 8 games today, district finals in Class B, 16 teams vying for 8 spots. In the boys state basketball tournament, Joe Chenard spins and scores. Another turnover for the Knights. Bennett ahead to Brink. Count it. Fast start for the Knights, a quick 5-point lead. Timeout, Austin Lewis. I want to welcome all of you who are joining on today's Mount Michael Strive broadcast. We have our fullest crowd of the season as the students have been allowed to attend this final game of the 2020-2021 season. Sidney earns their way to this district final by defeating Scottsbluff in the sub-district semifinals, played Alliance in the sub-district final, lost that game, but earned their way into the top 16. They are 12-11 on the year, coached by Austin Lewis in his 5th year. Mount Michael, 19-3, has the number 4 wild card ranking in the state. They have won 3 straight. Bennington in the regular season final, and then sweeping Elkhorn North and Elkhorn in the sub-districts. Once again, the winner of today's game will head to state. And that is another turnover, the 3rd turnover for the Red Raiders. And this is a young Red Raider team, only 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 6 sophomores, and a freshman. Only start 2 seniors. Brink working underneath, gets his own rebound off the miss. Quan, little deep, but Chouinard almost corrals the rebound, ball knocked out of bounds, goes to Sidney. Red Raiders are not tall, 3-guard lineup with 2 forwards. You see the length of Kuhn Quan, not something that the Red Raiders can counter on their side. Nice drive to the basket by Sawyer Dickman. Dickman is the Red Raiders' leading scorer on the year. Brink underneath. Brad Bennett checking Dickman early on in this game. Nice pass inside, but Quan knocks it off the board. Rejection by the junior. Step back jumper by Quan. That's his first basket of the game. 4 of the 5 starters on the board as the Knights take an 11-4 advantage. 3 minutes gone by in this opening quarter. Lopez looking underneath for Quan, a little strong on the pass. It'll be interesting to see if the Red Raiders can settle in here. It is an intimidating atmosphere at Coach Kane Court with the students right on top of you. The relatively young team. You see another turnover forced. That's now 5 on Sidney. Brink from the free throw line. Can't convert. Dickman with the crossover, tries to go underneath. That shot altered by Quan. Euro step by Chouinard, fouled on the play. Foul called on Micah Schneider, his first, team's first. Joe C. heads to the line for 2. Chouinard, a 77% shooter from the free throw line on the year. Misses the first as Hodavi subs in for Quan. Connor Hartzler checking into the lineup for Sidney. 0 for 2 from the stripe for Joe C. That's something that Coach Spooner doesn't want to see as the Red Raiders knock down a 3. That's Zach Burke. Knights only went 4 for 11 in the 4th quarter as Iron Lopez scores. All 5 starters now in the scoring column for the Knights. Michael only went 4 for 11 from the stripe in the fourth quarter against Elkhorn in their last game. Lopez strips, misses the layup. Bennett with the rebound and putback. Whistle goes against Parker Hodeby. That's Parker's first foul, team's second. Jacob Dowse also into the lineup now for Sidney. Tip ball, Hodeby comes down with it. That's another turnover, 7 in this first quarter for Sidney. Kyle Palin into the lineup for Mount Michael. Hodeby knocks it down from 3. Knights spreading the scoring around. That's 6 players who have scored with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Double team down low, nothing doing there. Now Palin. Kyle Palin, his first basket. The Knights are on a tear, 20-7, and a 9-0 run with 3 minutes to go in this opening quarter. The Knights on top 20-7, and this is a motivated group. Once again, for those of you just joining us, this is the B4 District Final. Winner of today's game will advance to the Class B Boys State Basketball Tournament. The Knights looking for their second straight trip. This is their 3rd year in a row playing in a district final. Lost to Alliance 2 years ago, beat Grand Island Northwest last year, and now Sidney standing in the way of the Knights' repeat trip to Lincoln. Burke, step back 3, short. Quan collects the rebound. That length is bothering the Red Raiders. Kyle Palin spinning. Count the basket for Kyle. Foul goes against Jacob Dowse, his first, the team's second. See if Palin can convert the three-point play. 7 Knights have scored so far today. Red Raiders can't collect that rebound. It'll stay with the Knights. Mount Michael ranked number 3 in both the World Herald and the Neb Preps polls. As Bennett pulls the trigger from deep. Dowse can't get his hands on it, so it will stay with the Knights. Sidney is unranked. No foul on that play. I'll say it went off Hodeby. 22-7 our score. Just over 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. That'll be another turnover on the Red Raiders. That's now 8 turnovers for Sidney. Five Knights on the floor are Lopez, Bennett, Kyle Palin, Kuhn Kwan, and Parker Hodeby. Brad Bennett. Second 3 of the day for Brad. He has 8 points to lead all scorers. Now a 14-0 run and another turnover. Bennett to Kwan. Kwan can't convert, but he'll head to the line for a couple.
Foul on Sidney, number 3, Sawyer Dickman.
Huge opening quarter for the Knights here, 25 points and counting, currently on a 14-0 run. Make that 15. Quan gave the Knights a huge boost in the sub-district finals against Elkhorn. Over 20 points. He's come on very strong here in this last quarter of the season. Chouinard checks back in. Connor Hartzler returning for the Red Raiders. Hartzler, the tallest on the Sidney roster at 6'4". Quan, the tallest Knight at 6'7". Here comes Dickman. If that's on Hodaby, that'll be number 2 on Parker. That's exactly the case. 2 fouls, Parker Hodaby. 3 team fouls for the Knights. Brink will check in and Hodaby will sit down. Trying to work over the double team. Goes baseline against Chouinard. Can't convert. That was Quan again rising up to alter the shot. I'm going to get Joe C for a travel. 7 Knights have seen action so far today. All 7 have scored. Brad Bennett leading the way with 8 points. Dickman, Burke, and Dillahay can all shoot the 3. 2 threes out of that trio so far, and Micah Schneider adding to that tally with his first triple. Now a 16-point lead for the Knights. Quan trying to answer. Dillahay looking for Schneider a little bit too long on the pass. That's now 10 first quarter turnovers for the Red Raiders. 35 seconds to go. See if the Knights hold for 1 here. Knights are burning it up in this first quarter. 26 first quarter points. Dillahay playing a little bit off Lopez. Clock ticks down near 10 seconds. Caleb Brink inside and counted for Caleb. Ball knocked out of bounds, but Brink converts with 2 seconds left on the clock. That's 6 points now for Caleb. Quick substitution. Bennett comes in for Quan. Make sure the Quan doesn't pick up his second foul with under a second to go here. And what an opening quarter of play for the 3rd-ranked team in Class B. Mount Michael 28, Sidney 10. Take a quick break on the Mount Michael Strive Network and be back with second quarter action. Welcome back to Mount Michael Benedictine High School for today's B4 district final between Mount Michael and Sidney. Right now the home team on top by 18. Once again, the Red Raiders enter the game at 12-11 on the year. Austin Lewis's team has played better down the stretch, only won 3 games last year, so quite an improvement. There's another steal by Bennett. Dillahay gets it right back. Still a very young team. Mount Michael has 11 seniors on the roster. Sidney only has 3. Zach Burke is one of them with the ball, number 5. 2-year starter for Austin Lewis. Here's Dickman, has 3 points right now, being hounded by this Mount Michael defense, and Gunkel breaks free for 2. Gunkel the leading scorer now with 4 points. Mount Michael turns it over. 4 turnovers for the Knights so far today. Dickman will earn 2 from the line. Sawyer Dickman, just a junior, had a big week against Scottsbluff and Alliance. Alliance, the number 1 ranked team in Class B, according to the wild card point standings. Quan returns to the lineup for Mount Michael, and the first time we see Joe Brueggemann, the senior, number 3. Offensive rebound for Gunkel. Gets Quan in the air, but Kuhn gets the block. Brad Bennett off the mark. Gunkel comes away with the loose ball. Whoa! How do you do, Kuhn Kwan? I don't know that you can call that a block as much as a flat-out rejection into the parent stands right over Coach Spooner. And you see what Kuhn Kwan brings to the Knights lineup when he's playing well. 6'7" with an even longer wingspan. Traveling call on Burke. Now 12 turnovers for the Red Raiders. Going to be tough to compete here on the Knights' home floor with that sort of turnover total. Caleb Brink will try the long range. Josie, layup no good. Quan converts. 5 points now for Kuhn, the only junior who's a regular rotation player for the Knights. 7 seniors and the 1 junior are the main players. Quan rejected, but they will call a foul on Gunkel. That's Dylan's first foul. Team foul number 4 for Sidney. 2 more shots for Quan from the charity stripe. If you're just joining us, the Knights went on a 14-0 run in that first quarter, forced double-digit turnovers to jump out to a 16-point lead. Quan with the only 4 points for Mount Michael in this second quarter. Red Raiders seem to be settling a little. Zach Burke. Josie looking for Quan, a little behind him. Now 5 turnovers for Mount Michael. Put another block on the board for Kuhn Kwan. Kuhn is making his presence felt on the defensive end. think that one's going to go against Brink. That's Caleb's first foul. 5 team fouls for the Knights. So we'll get a quick timeout here. Want to thank our Strive student production crew, Landon Fogel producing, Callan Schroeder and Peter Gates on the cameras today. Tom Swanson helping out with spotting. Want to welcome everyone out there who's watching, both in Omaha and in the western part of the state. We hope our friends out in Sidney are getting a chance to see this B4 district final. Also want to give a special shout out to Chuck and Loretta Jamerson, the grandparents of head coach Derek Spooner. Coach sending a special message to get well soon. Been told that they are often tuning in on this Strive network, I believe from the state of Minnesota, so hope you're enjoying today's action. 32-13 our score. Just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Knights put up a 28-point first quarter to jump out to a commanding lead. Your 5 on the floor for Mount Michael: Joe Brueggemann, Joe Chouinard, Brad Bennett, Caleb Brink, and Kuhn Kwan. Sawyer Dickman has the ball deflected by Kwan. He goes to the floor and give that one to Kuhn Kwan. Scraping his knees, but getting the ball over to Joe C., and Chouinard will earn 2 shots. Foul is on Micah Schneider, his second, team's 5th. Hodavi and Lopez return for the Knights. Joe C's been a little bit off from the free throw line, dating back to the game against Elkhorn. Got to get that figured out. Again, if you're just joining us tonight, we're 4 for 11 from the free throw line in Tuesday night's sub-district final against Elkhorn. Had a big enough lead that it didn't cost them the game, but something the Knights will be concentrating on here down the stretch. Foul goes against Kuhn. That's Kwan's second personal. 6 team fouls now for the Knights. Sawyer Dickman working on Chouinard. Tough man-to-man D by the Knights. Results in a missed 3-pointer by Burke. Sidney primarily man-to-man defense. Same for the Knights as Lopez pulls up. Gets the friendly roll. 4 points now for Iron. Iron averages 6 on the year, 4 assists per game. Knights leader in floor general, averages 3 assists to every turnover. That 3-to-1 ratio, very strong on the high school level. He's been the starter at the point since his sophomore year when he transferred over from Gross Catholic. Hodavi underneath, out to Bennett. Parker to the floor, gets it out to Palin. Oh, Kyle just missing. Good hustle by Parker Hodavi. Foul is on Dickman. He has 2 now, 6 on the team. Kyle hits his first. Gunkel heads to the bench as Wyatt Heckenlively checks in for Sidney. Kyle, a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Kyle goes 2 for 2. Now 36-13 in favor of the Knights. Foul is on Brad Bennett, his first, but the team's seventh, so Red Raiders are in the bonus. Wyatt Heckenlively shooting the 1-and-1. Quan back in for Chenard. Heckenlively goes glass to earn the extra shot. Almost did it a second time. A 22-point lead for Mount Michael as the clock ticks down near 2 minutes. Ball stays with the Knights. Mount Michael is on a 3-game winning streak after back-to-back losses to Concordia and Grand Island. Have played much better against Bennington, Elkhorn North, and Elkhorn. The threes are starting to fall, although that one doesn't for Bennett. Really jumped on top of Bennington and Elkhorn North and Elkhorn from 3-point distance in those 3 games. Haven't seen as much from the 3-point arc today, but 13 Sidney turnovers have turned into breakouts, and the Knights have been able to convert. Kuhn Kwan. That's Kuhn's first 3. 8 points now for Kuhn, tying Brad Bennett for high-scoring honors. Dickman gets a clean look from the top of the key. Friendly roll. Six points now for Sawyer Dickman. Kuhn looking for back-to-back threes. Bring it up for Quan, now 9 points for the junior. Parker Hanavy. Under a minute to go, 44-17 Mount Michael as they've put the hurt on Sidney in the opening half of this B4 district final. Wyatt Heckenlively converts. Looks like the Knights will hold for one shot here. 20 seconds to go. Kyle Palin draws the foul with 2.7 seconds left on the clock.
Foul on Sidney number 3, Sawyer Dickman.
That foul's on Dickman. That's 3 on the Red Raiders' leading scorer. Palin for 2 here. Brueggemann and Brink returning to the Knights lineup. A 26-point lead here heading into halftime. Cal going to try and make it 27. And he does. 3 straight free throws for Kyle. The heave is off the mark, and after 2 quarters of play, The number 3 team in Class B, 46, Sidney, 19. Take a quick break and then be back with some halftime stats here on the Mount Michael Strive Network. Welcome back to Coach Kane Court on the campus of Mount Michael Benedictine High School. We are at halftime of the B4 District Final. Currently Mount Michael with a big lead, 46-19 over Sidney. This is one of 8 games today. 16 teams vying for 8 spots in the Class B State Basketball Championship. Only one game currently underway alongside this one, the B8 District Final. Scottsbluff playing at Waverly. That game also at the half. Waverly currently beating Scottsbluff 34-11. So far a tough afternoon for the Western Nebraska teams, as both Scottsbluff and Sidney down big in their district final games. Run down the leading scorers. We'll start with the visitors from Sidney. Sawyer Dickman leading the way with 6 points. Zach Burke has 3. Wyatt Heckenlively also 3. Micah Schneider a 3. And senior forward Dylan Gunkel with 4 points. On the Mount Michael side, leading the way with 13 first half points, Kuhn Kwan. Brad Bennett has 8 points, Kyle Palin with 7, Caleb Brink has 6, and Parker Hodovy with 5. We've got about 3 minutes to go before we start the third quarter of action. We'll take another quick break here on the Mount Michael Strive Network and be back with second half action. Welcome back, everyone, on a sunny Saturday afternoon to the B4 District Final. Mount Michael on top of Sidney, 46-19, as we await second half action here. I want to thank our Mount Michael Strive production crew, our student volunteers, Landon Fogel, Callan Schroeder, and Peter Gates. I'm Sean McMahon alongside Tom Swanson, helping out with the spotting, as the Knights seek their second straight trip to the Class B State Basketball Tournament. Last year went out in the semifinals, losing to Scott. This big senior class looking to better that in their final performances here over the next couple of weeks. Starters back on the floor for Mount Michael: Caleb Brink, Brad Bennett, Kuhn Kwan, Joe Chouinard, and Iron Lopez. Red Raiders had a long trip out here, stayed in Kearney to watch their girls team play, as Caleb Brink opens the scoring in the second half. Red Raiders watched their girls team play out in Kearney last night, then headed out to Lincoln where they stayed overnight, made the drive into Omaha this morning. Micah Schneider spinning, misses the shot. Let's see what the Knights can do here on their second possession. balanced scoring load for the Knights in that first half as Brink scores back-to-back baskets for the Knights. Brink into double figures now with 10. 7 Knights have scored on the day as Dillahay answers for the Red Raiders, his first basket of the day. .28 lead for the Knights. Quan, the leading scorer, 13 points. Brink, Caleb Brink catching up quickly. 12 points now for Caleb with a chance to match Quan for team high honors.
Sidney, number 14,
Connor Hartzler returning for the Red Raiders as Schneider takes the seat. Brink with all second half points for the Knights here early in the third quarter. Misses the three-point play opportunity, but Josie tracks it down. Chouinard throws high, and that's a turnover on the Knights. 7 turnovers on the day for Mount Michael. Red Raiders turned it over a lot in that first quarter, have settled down since, but still 14 turnovers on the day for Sidney. Takes a while to adjust to this shorter, more confined space at Coach Kane Court. Students right on top of you. Red Raider offense not in front of the student section for this second half. Brad Bennett rips it away from Dillahay. Jump ball, arrow to the Knights. And don't underestimate the impact of this student body. This is by far the most students who've been able to watch a game this year. Knights have such a tremendous home court advantage in this small building. We've seen lots of opposing teams struggle as Dickman draws the foul. Foul is on Caleb Brink. That's Caleb's third foul, team's first of the second half. Dickman hits the first of 2. We've seen lots of opposing teams, particularly young guards, come on to this court and really struggle under the pressure of not only a full court press, but the students, the noise level. That was certainly the case in the opening quarter for Sidney. Lopez pulling the string from deep. That's Iron's first 3. He now has 7 points to up his season average. Iron's actually the second leading three-point shooter behind Brad Bennett. Back cut for Gunkel. Good feed. Gunkel now with 6. 55-25, a 30-point spread. Despite this lead, you still see Mount Michael playing tough on the defensive end. Gunkel working on Brink. 8 points now for Dylan Gunkel to lead the Red Raiders. Quan can't get the banker, but will get 2 shots. Looks like that foul is on Zach Burke. That's Burke's first personal, the team's first of the second half. Quan with 13 first half points, trying to get his first of the second half here. Just over 3 minutes gone by. Parker Hadavy re-entering the lineup. Kyle Palin set to check in for Quan. Traveling call on the Red Raiders. Now 16 turnovers for Sidney. Quan will take a seat. Leading the way with 14 points, Caleb Brink with 12. This is the last home game of the year for Mount Michael, our last broadcast on the Mount Michael Strive Network. As Burke picks up another foul, 2 quick ones on the senior. Enjoyed bringing the action to you. Want to thank all of our student volunteers led by Landon Fogel, Callan Schroeder, Peter Gates, Max Vossen. Brink, pump fake, couple post moves and a basket. 8 second half points for Brink, 14 on the day. Whistle's going to be on Brad Bennett. I beg your pardon, that was Parker Hodavy. 3 fouls on Hodavy. 2 team fouls for Mount Michael. Dickman. Kyle Palin with the rebound. Lopez. Back-to-back threes for Iron. Lopez into double figures now with 10 points. Good balanced scoring sheet for Derek Spooner. Brink to Bennett, ahead to Palin. Another easy 2. Kyle Palin now with 9 points. Kyle's whole family is here today. Love seeing his grandfather, Ted Crouchley. Wasn't able to come to the early games, but in the last portion of the season have been able to let more fans into the stands. Dickman spins and scores. Kyle into double figures now. Foul goes against Connor Hartzler. His first personal, 3rd team foul. I beg your pardon, that's the 4th team foul for Sidney. Kyle trying to make it 12 points here. And he does. It's now 3 nights in double figures. 4 nights, Palin, Quan, Brink, and Lopez, all in double figures. Dickman working out of the double team, manages to get free. Now Dickman inside, but foul is called. I think Kyle thought he got that cleanly, but he's whistled for the infraction. First foul on Kyle, team's 3rd. Wyatt Heckenlively with 2 shots, misses the first. Should mention Derek Spooner and his counterpart on the other bench, Austin Lewis, both products of Hastings College, played under Lance Creech. A couple different eras, didn't play with one another, but products of the Broncos system. Maybe see some of that Creech DNA in the way that they coach these 2 teams. 36-point lead for the Knights as we tick down near 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Knights cruising towards their 2nd straight state appearance. Volleyballed around, Brink gets it and scores. Now 10 3rd quarter points for Caleb Brink. 16 overall. Red Raiders have played hard, but they are overmatched in this one. Too much size, too much experience. Hodevy with the steal going the other way, and rack it up for Parker Hodevy. 7 points now for number 0. Pass too high. Now 18 turnovers for Sidney, a 40-point cushion as Quan checks in. And I think this fourth quarter is going to see Derek Spooner emptying the bench as Coach Lewis calls a timeout. Checking the other district action, only one other game going on right now. At last check, Waverly on top of Scottsbluff 34-11 at the half. 2 other games set to start at 2 o'clock here in 4 minutes. The B1 district final, Blair at Alliance, and the B2, Elkhorn North at Norris. Then also number 11 Aurora at number 6 Beatrice, also a 2 o'clock tip. Quick update for the Waverly game. They're now on top of Scottsbluff 42-17 with just under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Then a couple of 3 o'clock tips, number 14 Bennington at number 3 Scott, and Grand Island Northwest playing at Elkhorn. Once again, winners of these games all advance to the Class B state tournament. Knights appear to be well on their way. Want to give a significant shout out to all these seniors. When you look at Kyle Palin and Joe Chouinard, Brad Bennett, Parker Hodevy, they have been here. Caleb Brink playing varsity since they stepped on campus here at Mount Michael. Iron Lopez joined them a year later. But this is as seasoned a team as there is in the field. 4-year starters, have a lot of games under their belt, a state appearance, 2, now 3 district final appearances. They are going to be one of the favorites down in Lincoln. Lopez to Kyle. Palin converts. Nice pass there by Lopez. Been a strong third quarter for the Knights as they break this one wide open, a 42-point lead now.
Make a basket.
Red Raiders have a young ball club. Dickman short on the 3. Schneider with the rebound. Once again, only 3 seniors on this Red Raider squad, 4 juniors, 6 sophomores, and a freshman. They start 2 of those sophomores. And you can tell the difference on the court. After 3 quarters of play, Mount Michael 72, Sidney 30. We'll be back after a quick break on the Mount Michael Strive Network. Welcome back to Mount Michael High School as we head to the fourth quarter. Mount Michael currently up 42, 72-30, a 26-point third quarter for the Knights as they break this one wide open. Brink! And that's a little cherry on the top from Caleb Brink.
Let's go, Brink! Yeah, Caleb!
I think it's time to get the ladders out and the scissors because this one is all but done. The Knights are going to cut down the nets and head to the Class B state tournament for the second straight year. That's Quan with the foul. 3 on Kuhn. last substitution for the Knights, and for the first time we'll see number 10 Aaron Carnish and number 23 Eli Sirkovich. An all-senior lineup: Brueggemann, Sirkovich, Hadavy, Palin, and Carnish. Kyle Palin scores. Great game for Kyle. Unofficially 16 points for the senior. Dickman can't convert. Hadavy pulls it down. We'll see if some of these other seniors can get on the board. How about Hadavy right down Main Street? 9 points for Parker as he nears double figures. Very, very balanced scoring attack for the Knights today. Mount Michael was ranked number 1 for the majority of the season. Had not lost to in-state competition until dropping an upset to Concordia, then lost to Grand Island out at the Heartland Hoops Classic. But have won 3 straight since and seem to be recapturing their mojo. As Palin and Hadavy check out of the lineup. Foul called on Sirkovich, his first. Dylan Brown entering the game for Mount Michael. That's Schneider with 2. Will Stringer also seeing his first action. All senior lineup on the floor: Dylan Brown, Joe Brueggemann, Will Stringer, Aaron Carnish, and Eli Sirkovich. Dylan Brown working underneath, but the ball will turn over to Sidney. 11 seniors on this roster have really established the program. Count the basket for Dickman. Good drive for the junior. Foul is on Will Stringer, his first. 16 fouls now for Mount Michael as Dickman will try to convert the three-point play. Substitutes in now for Sidney as well. Hecken Lively is in the game. Connor Hartzler. Cam Leeling seeing action. Sidney is going to end their season at 12-12. But a really good accomplishment for Austin Lewis's team. Remember, they only won 3 games last year. Foul is on Hecken Lively, and Aaron Carnish with a chance to get on the board. Big hand for Aaron Carnish. (79-34) your score as the Knights play out this B4 district final. Give Sidney credit, they have played hard today. Just overmatched in size and experience. You see a full line change here for Sidney. Into the game now, number 22, Nolan Hoffrock. Number 15, Trayson Johnstone. Number 25, Isaac Doty. As Coach Lewis empties his bench. 3 minutes to go here until the Knights are crowned district champions. Braden Shaw, number 2, also seeing action for the first time today. Also want to mention number 42, Coleman Kaiser. Timeout for Sidney. I think we'll see some substitutions here down the stretch for Mount Michael as well. Do want to mention something that we haven't talked about all year, and that's Mount Michael's shooting shirts. I don't know if you can see the initials on the back, but they are for Mark Palin, Kyle Palin's father, who passed away during his sophomore year. unexpectedly on the night of a Mount Michael basketball game. And that has served to bring this team even closer together.
Pass it to 22.
Want to let everyone know we're thinking about Mark on this day. Know he'd be very proud if he saw Kyle and all of his accomplishments. Trayson Johnstone scores. The Mount Michael honoring Mark Palin with the initials on the back of their shooting shirts. A nice gesture for the Knights. Will Stringer battling down low. Jump ball. Clock ticking under 2 minutes. The reserves trying to get on the board. Sirkovich can't keep the handle on it, and here comes Matt Janicek. Number 30, the junior. That leaves Aiden Brink and Daniel Mondi as the only two reserves who haven't got in yet. Something tells me we'll see them before the clock hits 0. And as promised, here comes Daniel Mondi. Number 2, the junior. Not going to let him check in. He'll come in at the next whistle. Fall away 3 for Isaac Doty. Timeout for the Knights. That will allow Daniel Mondi to check into the game. Coach Spooner trying to get everyone in, and a quick stint for Matt Janicek. Coach Spooner obviously trying to get these seniors in to let them play out their careers here on their home court. What a run it's been over 4 years for this core group of Knights. Another three-pointer for the Red Raiders. It's Nolan Hoffrock. Under 10 seconds to go, and Carnish will get the last shot. And Aaron Carnish is going to end this one. Your final score, Mount Michael 82, Sidney 42, and the Knights are your B4 district champions. For all of you who are watching on the live stream, we are going to keep it live here for a few minutes as the Knights receive their district title plaque, and will cut down the nets. And a big hand for the visitors from Sidney. Came in overmatched at the number 13 seed and ran into a buzzsaw. Sidney will actually return to the court here as they will be given the B4 district runner-up plaque. Dr. Peters, the head of school for Mount Michael, distributing the plaques. And once again, a big hand for the visitors from Western Nebraska.
Congratulations, guys. Great season. And now we want to congratulate your district final champion, Mount Michael Knights.
And there's your district championship plaque. Caleb Brink brings it to the rest of his teammates, and there's the celebration. Can tell you that 2 tickets have been punched to Lincoln. Waverly, the second team. They're your B8 district champs after defeating Scottsbluff 57-30. Once again, we will continue streaming here so that anyone out there who's interested can watch the Knights cut down the nets in this very difficult and challenging 2020-2021 season, with all sorts of restrictions and shutdowns and limitations on spectators. The Knights have persevered, and they've made it to the end of the season and will make it all the way to Lincoln. We will have to wait for all of these district championship games to sort out before we have an idea of what seed Mount Michael will take to Lincoln. They are currently 4th in the wild card standings. If the winners win out, they will open play against the number 5 seed, currently Springfield Platteview. Alliance is the number 1 seed. It's Eli Sirkovich gets the crowd pumped up. Alliance, despite 3 losses, number 1 in the wild card standings. Norris is the number 2 seed. A team that Mount Michael was scheduled to play once was canceled, rescheduled and canceled the second time, so they never did face off with the Titans. Scott Catholic, the number 3 seed. Mount Michael did defeat the Skyhawks in the regular season opener. Mount Michael currently the number 4 seed, Platteview number 5, Beatrice number 6, Elkhorn, the Antlers at number 7, and Waverly, the number 8 seed, have already punched their ticket to Lincoln. There you see Kyle Palin, senior class president, or school president, I should say. Very popular member of the student body, had a great game today. Now Aaron Carnish. Now Joe Chouinard, Joe C, as his teammates and classmates call him. Now Brad Bennett. Bennett had a big first quarter with 8 points, did not score for the rest of the game, wasn't needed. Brad, the second leading scorer on the team, averaging 13 a game. And when he is hitting threes, the Knights are tough to beat. He had 2 early ones today, staked Mount Michael out to a big lead, and they never looked back. Now Dylan Brown, transferred into Mount Michael from Creighton Prep after his freshman year. Will Stringer, big number 55, starting offensive and defensive lineman on the football team. Suffered through quite a few injuries during his career, but has had a spotless senior basketball season, so nice to see Will healthy. We have some unofficial statistics here for you. Leading the way with 18 points, Caleb Brink. 16 points for Kyle Palin. 14 points for Kuhn Kwan. 10 for Iron Lopez. They were the 4 in double figures for the Knights. Parker Hodovy had 9. Mentioned Brad Bennett with 8. Aaron Carnish with 4, including the 3-pointer at the end of the game, and Joe Chouinard, 3 points. All adds up to an 82-42 win and a B4 district championship. Want to congratulate the coaching staff for Mount Michael. Obviously, head coach Derek Spooner, who's being interviewed by KETV as we speak, but also his assistants, John Rochone, longtime teacher, former head coach, Jordan Dorsey, Jacob Idra, former player, Pat Hawk, Matt Coghill, and Matt Starks. You see Parker Hodevy come down with his piece of the net. Now Joe Brueggemann, or Joe B, the contrast to Joe C. Big kudos to the managers, Pong Lee, Jason Naimatori, Hui Tuan Lee, and Liam West, all seniors. Big shout out to Tim Jacoby on the PA. We've got our two baseball coaches side by side here. Tom Swanson helping with the spotting. Tim Jacoby, the assistant, getting ready to start practice on Monday. As all spring sports roll out their seasons on Monday, golf, soccer, track and field, and baseball. Daniel Mondi getting his piece of the strings. Now Iron Lopez is going to, I believe, cut the final strand. I think you're going to hear a big cheer out of the student section when that happens. And there it goes. This has been one heck of a sports season so far for Mount Michael. Finished 5th at state in cross country, won the Class B state tennis championship, RCC champs in all of the winter sports, wrestling, swimming, and now basketball, an RCC title, a district title, and hoping to cap it off, of course, with a state title. That story will be told a couple of weekends from now. We'll wait through today to see the final seedings and what teams make the field. Class B state basketball tournament starts on a Tuesday and runs through a Saturday. Happens during Mount Michael's spring break, so a lot of these players, their families, putting vacation plans on hold to see if this senior later team can bring home a state title in their last year. They will bring the camera to the other side now. Bring the ladder to the other side, I beg your pardon, as we get the camera to the other side. As they take down the other net. Can't underscore the impact of this student body. They are on the camera side, so you probably could not see too many of them in the field of view, but looks like a good majority of the student body on hand to cheer on their teammates. The regular season home finale was the last game that these players and classmates were able to attend. The one and only regular season game that had students in the building. But as state restrictions have eased, the Mount Michael administration allowing more players to attend, and for this district championship game, a great showing. See these players taking pictures and exchanging hugs with their families. That's Jason Naimatori on the top of the ladder, one of the student managers for the Knights. A couple of updates for you. Once again, Waverly has defeated Scottsbluff for the B8 district final. A couple of other games just tipping off now. Early in the first quarter, Norris on top of Elkhorn North 15-9. And out in Alliance, the Bulldogs on top of Blair 11-3 in the first quarter. You may hear the happy birthday song that's sung to Jason Naimatori, the senior manager. Now Liam West getting his chance to cut down the net.
Don't tell him to stay there.
All smiles for Derek Spooner. He was nervous heading into this game, but after back-to-back losses to Concordia and Grand Island, where the Knights played hard but didn't necessarily play well, they seem to be catching their groove just in time for the state tournament. Once again, a special hello to Chuck and Loretta. I believe they're in Minnesota. That's Grandpa and Grandma to Derek Spooner. We wanted to make sure that we gave them well wishes and tell them to get well soon. And if you hear the clapping, I can tell you why. Brad Bennett took a picture, and if you know Brad, you know he's not one to smile, but they actually got a smile out of Brad Bennett. That drew the applause from his classmates. Brad, one of two players who will be going on to play collegiately. Brad signed up to play at Concordia University in Seward, Nebraska. Joe Chouinard also will continue his playing days after his Mount Michael career. He's heading south to the University of Dallas to play. Both nets are officially down. The district title plaque is being passed around for photos, and nothing but smiles on the faces of these players, their families, and their classmates. Looks like we've got a team photo on deck. Before we wrap up our action, again, a huge thank you to our Strive student crew volunteering their time. Got Max Vossen, got Peter Gates, Callan Schroeder, Landon Fogel, Ben Tucker, another student volunteer. They've worked very hard to bring you all the action all year. Just want to give those students a big thank you and a pat on the back. I think we're going to get the pictures of the team, then we'll see if we get a picture of everybody, including the classmates. We hope this online streaming has been enjoyable to watch over the course of the year as people are not allowed to come into the gym. We hope you were able to tune in and watch from home as the Knights are now 23 games into the season. And they've won 20 of them. One loss to an out-of-state team in St. Joseph's, Missouri. Then recent losses to Class C1 Concordia and Class A Grand Island. But they are undefeated against in-state Class B competition, something they hope they can continue as they head down to Lincoln to face 7 of the other best teams in this class for the 2022 state tournament. Once again, 2 years ago on this floor, Mount Michael looked like they had a state title trip wrapped up, and then an amazing comeback by Alliance prevented them from earning the trip to Lincoln. They came back very motivated last year, won the district title on this floor against Grand Island Northwest, and then in this senior season, with 11 seniors on the roster, have cruised to a 20-3 record, their second straight district final, and their second straight appearance in state. Once again, Class B semifinalists last year, lost to Scott. Be interesting to see how the brackets turn out. Skyhawks could be between them and a state basketball championship. Looks like we are entering the final phase here of the celebration. I want to thank everyone who stuck around for the remainder of the game. Once again, your final score, Mount Michael 82, Sidney 42. We're going to sign off now on the Mount Michael Strive Network, but once again, thanks for joining us and best of luck to the Knights as they head down to Lincoln and compete for a Class B state championship.